Hello guys, welcome back to my channel, and this is Real Crime Uncovered, your ultimate destination for heart-pounding and thought-provoking real crime stories. In so many cases, it began with yelling, and then it progressed with a slap. Suddenly, there were punches flying up and down, left, right, and center. And before anyone knew what was happening, the proper beating had begun. Now, you know the sad thing, it doesn't even just stop there. These days, we have seen an array of cases where it didn't stop at just those beatings or punching or slapping. It ended in outright fatality. This happened to be a story of another young Nigerian woman whose life has sadly been cut short again by no other but her own spouse, allegedly. Today's story is about the mysterious death of an optometrist who happened to be a mother of 5. She died right in her matrimonial home at Buari in Abuja on the 10th of July 2023. The woman in question is known as Ogechi Carol Ezeagu John. Ogechi, who hails from Umuariam Obowe in Imo State, is a graduate of Imo State University, where she studied optometry. Ogechi has since been married to the love of her life, known as Mr. Ezeagu John. Together, their union had been blessed with 5 beautiful children. A union between Ogechi Carol and her husband, Mr. Ezeagu John, appeared to many as a perfect union, except for Ogechi's family and the very few people who were close to both Ogechi and her husband that knew exactly what was happening in that home. Now, even though to many out there it was a perfect marriage, the reality of that marriage was that it was characterized with so much domestic violence, particularly by Mr. Ezeagu John to his young wife and mother of his 5 children. Recently, in the month of July 2023, Ogechi and her husband were said to have traveled to Jos Plateau State to visit Ogechi's parents, who are based in Jos Plateau State. There in Jos, Ogechi and her family spent time with her parents, and they finally returned to Abuja on the 9th of July 2023. When they left Jos back to Abuja, Ogechi was healthy, she was in good condition, at least physically she was okay. Ogechi's brother, who claimed he had seen Ogechi a day before the unfortunate incident, was shocked to have received a call from his in-law, Ogechi's husband, Mr. John Ezeagu, informing him that his sister was ill and couldn't breathe. He was shocked because he had seen his sister a day before, and according to him, his sister was in perfect condition. She was hale and hearty. What exactly could go wrong? Ogechi's brother, however, arrived at his sister's home in Buari on the 10th of July 2023. To his greatest shock, he was informed by his in-law, Mr. Ezeagu John, that his sister, Ogechi Carol John Ezeagu, had died. He was shocked. He was confused. What do you mean she had died? You just told us last night that she was ill and couldn't breathe, and now you're saying she died? Okay, where exactly is her corpse? It was then that Mr. Ezeagu John told his in-law that he had deposited Ogechi's body in the morgue already. Ogechi's brother demanded to go to that exact morgue so he could see his sister's body. And he also informed her husband that he was going to request for an autopsy to know exactly what had caused his sister's sudden death. It is said that Mr. John Ezeagu refused that no autopsy should be carried on his deceased wife. He also claimed he wanted to bury his wife as quick as possible. Now, that even made Ogechi's family to raise eyebrow, because what exactly is Mr. Ezeagu John trying to hide? Why is he against autopsy if he doesn't have anything to hide? Even more disturbing was the discovery that the 5 children of Ogechi were nowhere to be found. It turned out Mr. Ezeagu, their father, had taken them away to hide them in an unknown place. Ogechi's family kept asking, seeking to know where their sister's children were, but Mr. Ezeagu was adamant on telling them exactly where he had taken the children to. Now, Ogechi's family, knowing the history of their daughter's marriage with Mr. Ezeagu's John, knowing exactly how she had suffered domestic violence in that marriage, how they had countless times asked her to leave the marriage, they knew that something wasn't right, and they were determined to get to the root cause of their daughter's death. So eventually, Ogechi's family succeeded in carrying out an autopsy on their deceased daughter's body. Surprisingly, an autopsy report has been released, and it is alleged that the cause of death turned out or was discovered to be strangulation. The question then arises: who strangled Ogechi? The news of this discovery has since spread to the Nigerian Optometry Association, who are currently calling out for justice on the death of one of their own. They have vowed to get to the root of what exactly led to the death of Ogechi Carol Ezeagu John. In solidarity, they have stood firm together to speak with one voice against what has happened to Ogechi, and they have vowed to protect their female members of the association, whether single or married, as they would not fold their arms and watch their female members being abused, whether in relationship or in marriage. They are therefore determined to see that whoever is found guilty in the death of Ogechi is prosecuted and made to face the wrath of the law in full. It is alleged that after Mr. Ezeagu John killed his wife, he deactivated her Facebook account, deleted her WhatsApp account in an attempt, a desperate attempt, to cover up the evil that he had done. The death of Ogechi has generated different reactions on the internet. One school of thought holds the view that Ogechi could have left that marriage before things got out of hand. And then they ask, why was she still in that marriage despite all the abuse she was being subjected to, as claimed by those who knew her and her family members? And they said that if truly Ogechi was going through such abuse, why did she stay? Despite all the messages, the preachings for women to leave, why did she choose to stay? Was it that she didn't hear the story of Osinachi and so many other women out there? These people from this school of thought ask series of these questions. And then we have other people from another school of thought who are saying that, was Ogechi really a victim of domestic violence? How can they really prove that she was? Where are pictures? Where are the videos? Whoever spoke out? This school of thought is saying that if really she didn't act to leave, couldn't her family had made a move to protect their own? There are a series of opinions, questions here and there, but overall, people are sad, because it's looking like repeated incidents over and over and over again, the same thing. And now we are saying women who are victims of such situation should leave to leave, should take safety first. How is it that we only say these things but don't act them, but don't leave them? Now it becomes even difficult to know who exactly is a victim of domestic violence. With all the school of thoughts that have arisen, expressing their opinions and asking questions, the sad thing is that Ogechi is not even alive to answer for herself. Ogechi is not alive to speak for herself. Ogechi is not alive to state exactly what happened to her on the 9th of July 2023. All that is left is the testimony of her abuser and a few who may have witnessed or heard about the abuse in the past. The question then arises, will there ever be justice in this matter? Many people who knew Ogechi Caro have since taken to the internet to express their condolences to Ogechi's family. A few people who knew her closely expressed how they knew her pains while she was alive. Someone went as far as saying, "You were living amidst plenty, yet you lacked." Ogechi was described as a quiet person, a peace-loving woman who had no troubles at all. And to so many people who knew her as that quiet person, they wondered what could make a man whom is blessed with such a good woman to kill her. Many held the view that Ogechi could not leave that abusive marriage because she didn't have enough financial muscle to shoulder the responsibility of catering for 5 children. And the man was said to be the type who would not easily extend support if she had made the move to leave that marriage with the children. That is, if at all he even allowed her to take any of the children. Ogechi's family have petitioned the Inspector General of Police, calling on him to ensure that justice is served on their deceased daughter. It is quite sad that another young woman with a promising, beautiful, and bright future ahead of her has been cut short by her own spouse in an unfortunate incident that could have completely been avoided if she had left that abusive marriage. We pray that the soul of Ogechi Caro will rest in peace and that justice will be pursued and found, served, seen to be served in full. Are you new to my channel? If you're new here, please hit the subscription button and subscribe to my channel. Don't fail to turn on your notification bell so you'll be the first to know when we upload a story. And if you're watching this on Facebook, please like our page and follow us for more interesting stories. If you enjoyed following this story, please give us a thumbs up. Leave your thoughts in the comment section. What do you think about the death of Ogechi? Do you think she could have avoided her own death if she had left? Or do you think she couldn't have foreseen, therefore she was just a victim of love? Please let us know whatever you think in the comment section. Do well to share this video. In the meantime, take care of yourself, take care of your emotions, take care of your mental health. Be kind to yourself, be kind to the people around you, and always, always stay safe. I remain Dorcas Ige Oluku, and I love you.